Interior Batcave, night. The Batman is holding a Joker from the deck that had been in the Joker's cell. He snaps it down on the computer console in front of him and types in commands. Joker classification Delta 02. Print file enlargements all screens. As he starts pulling his gauntlets off, different displays light up with information on the Joker. Included is one in particular. Name, unknown. Age, unknown. Relatives, unknown. A door is in a far cavern wall, at the top of a flight of stairs. It opens and Alfred Pennyworth walks through it, carrying a tray with food. As he walks down the stairs, Bruce Wayne pulls back his cowl. Alfred climbs onto the platform and puts the tray down. Your refreshment, sir. Wayne starts undoing his cape. Master Bruce, is there anything further I can assist with? Or will that be all?
No, that's all.
Alfred takes the cape and cowl.
I've been trying to figure out what he intends to do. It's almost impossible. I don't know him, Alfred. All these years, and I don't know who he is any more than he knows who I am.
Alfred leaves to return upstairs.
How can two people hate so much without knowing each other?
Interior Gordon's house. Gordon is seated in a chair, about to clip apart the day's Gotham Examiner. It has massive headlines with pictures of the Joker's cell and the Batman. Asylum security uproar. Maniac escapes again. Crime fighter unavailable for comment.
I hate it. Whenever we jail him, I think, please God, keep him there. Then he escapes and we all sit around hoping he won't do anything too awful this time. I hate it.
Barbara Gordon enters, carrying a tray with a pair of mugs.
Dad, just once, couldn't you leave your work at the office and relax? I made you cocoa.
As Gordon keeps cutting, she puts the tray down on the glass table in front of Gordon, next to a book of newspaper clippings.
Thank you, sweetheart. I'll drink it when I've pasted this clipping in.
You know, I found that Catwoman scrapbook you said was missing. It was behind the wardrobe. Someday you ought to let me work out a proper filing system, like we use at the library.
Gordon grunts as he smears paste on the back of the clipping and puts it in the book.
Ugh. Look, you use too much paste. It's all squidging under the edges of the clipping. You're gonna get it on your pants.
Barbara, you're fussier than your mother. Was that the door?
Barbara turns to go to the door.
Yeah, it'll be Colleen from across the street. Tonight's a yoga class. Come on, Dad. Company. Put your scrapbooks away.
Gordon is at the front of the book with an old clipping of the Batman and the Joker, with headlines, Bat Garb Vigilante, Critically Injures Murderer, Disfigured Homicidal Maniac in Hospital.
Hey, look at this one. First time they met. No, what year was that?
Barbara turns from the door.
Well, I remember you describing the white face and green hair to me when I was a kid. Scared the hell out of me.
I thought you'd be interested.
Yeah, well, I had some pretty interesting nightmares.
Barbara opens the door and sees a trio of men standing outside. In the center, with a large caliber, double-barreled revolver, is the Joker. He fires the revolver into Barbara's midsection, flame gushing from the side barrel. As Gordon looks up at the explosion, Barbara staggers back and falls through the table. Gordon sees the blood and starts checking her condition as the Joker and his men enter the room and close the door.
Barb!
Please, don't worry. It's a psychological complaint, common among ex-librarians. You see, she thinks she's a coffee table edition.
The Joker has a camera around his neck. He pours himself some wine from the bar.
Mind you, I can't say much of this volume's condition. I mean, there's a hole in the jacket, and the spine appears to be damaged.
Gordon looks up, grabs for the scissors, starts for the Joker.
You scum my daughter out!
The Joker's assistants snatch him to a stop and start beating him up.
Frankly, she wouldn't be walking off the shelves in that state of repair. In fact, the idea of her walking anywhere seems increasingly remote. But then there's always a problem with softbacks.
The assistants finish subduing Gordon.
God, these literary discussions are so dry. When you finish with the old boy, you know to take him, and please, do be careful. After all, he is topping the bill.
The assistants start carrying Gordon out as the Joker starts getting his camera ready.
You know, it's such a shame you'll miss your father's debut, Miss Gordon. Sadly, our venue wasn't built with the disabled in mind. But don't worry. I'll take some snapshots to remind him of you.
The Joker starts unbuttoning her shirt.
Why? Why are you doing this?
To prove a point.
The Joker holds up his glass.
Here's to crime.
Interior bar. Day. The comedian is carefully holding up a glass while reaching for a shrimp from a bowl on his table.
You see, I have to prove myself as a husband and as a father. I mean, I wouldn't be doing this sort of thing if it wasn't something important.
He is sitting at a table with a fat robber, Joe, and a thin robber.
It's like I began as a lab assistant, right? It was a good job, real good job. So what I did, I quit to become a comedian. I was so sure I had talent.
The bar is, picturesque. The thin robber is wearing a fedora, Joe, a bowler.
But, well, look at me. I guess my talents don't lie in that direction. So, you see, like, if I just do this one big crime...
Hey, geez, man, be cool.
I'm sorry. I don't usually drink lunchtimes.
Joe picks up a shrimp and starts snapping legs off it.
It's just if you're sure we can get away with this thing and that nobody will know I was involved.
Don't worry, friend. We'll take care of you.
He stuffs the shrimp into the comedian's mouth.
We need your help getting through the chemical plant. Or you can work to playing card company next door. We really appreciate your expertise.
The thin robber picks a bag off the floor.
So, like, to absolutely guarantee nobody connects you with the robbery,
He opens the bag and reveals a solid red hood.
you'll be wearing this.
Wearing? but there are no eye slits. I won't be able to see.
Joe starts snapping the legs off another shrimp.
There's these lenses of red two-way mirror glass set right into it. There's some pretty smart stuff, right?
I don't know. That mask. Isn't that the one the Red Hood guy wears who raided the ice company last month?
Thin puts the bag back on the floor.
You smarten up. There ain't no Red Hood. That's just a bunch of guys and a mask.
Right. It doesn't matter who's under the hood. We just sort of let the most valued member of the mob wear it for additional anonymity.
Sure, the most valued member. That's you, man.
Look, really, I don't know. The chemical plant's so grim and ugly. That's partly why I quit.
Thin is snapping the legs of a shrimp.
But you said there was minimal security, man.
Listen, do you really want to raise your kid in poverty?
No, of course not. You're right. I mean, it's just this once. Then I can switch neighborhoods and start a proper life.
That's the attitude. So, next Friday night at 11?
Sure, why not? Friday it is, and starting from Saturday morning, I'll be rich. I can't imagine it. My life can be completely changed, and nothing's gonna be the same. Not ever again.
Interior hospital room. A doctor, a police detective, and the Batman are clustered around Barbara's bed. She's unconscious. The Batman is holding another Joker card.
The bolt under her spine. I'm afraid her legs are completely useless. Putting it bluntly, she may well be in a chair for the remainder of her life.
The doctor scribbles on a chart, then leaves.
Some woman in some yoga class, as Miss Gordon found her, name of Colleen Reese. She found the victim in a state of undress, but otherwise the place is empty. The commissioner was...
Undress?
They didn't tell you? He's removed her clothing after shooting her. We found a lens cap on the floor that didn't fit any camera in the place. We believe that, that he took pictures of her.
The Batman is obviously about to go berserk.
Jeez, look, really, I'm sorry. I thought you knew. It's pretty sick, ain't it?
The card gets crunched.
Yes. Pretty sick. Please leave us alone for a moment.
The detective leaves. After the door closes behind him, the Batman strokes Barbara's cheek.
Barbara. Barbara, can you hear me? It's me. It's Bruce.
A hand twitches.
Bruce?
Fully awake, she sits up, grabbing for the Batman.
Bruce, it was him. He took Dad. He, oh God. I remember what he did.
Barbara stares into his eyes.
Barbara, take it easy. It's okay.
No, it's not okay. He's taking it to the limit this time. You didn't see his eyes.
She starts slumping back into the bed.
He said he wanted to prove a point. He said Dad was on top of the bill. What's he doing to him, Bruce?
She's grabbing the top of the open cape.
What's he doing to my father?